Anti-FPL Freak here. We're back with more anti-FPL videos. We had a break with the World Cup, but FPL is back into the swing of things. There were unlimited transfers between game week 16 and 17, and this meant we had to make a couple of changes to our squad structure. Firstly, Cristiano Ronaldo is no longer in the Premier League, which is a shame as he was a fantastic anti-FPL asset this season. It's quite sad actually how quick the downfall was, from being a top striker in the game to getting one-pointers week in and week out. Another change is that GW17 is out, meaning that Nketiah will be getting a lot more game time, so we can't bank on his one-pointers either. So here is our team for game week 17. We transferred Coutinho back. We've also brought in Aubameyang and Richarlison to fill up some budget that Ronaldo was occupying. I've also brought in Ream for Cody, who's currently injured, but that didn't end up being a great move. Here's how Clapped FC did in game week 17. We finished with 32 points, which isn't too bad for anti-FPL. The main return was from Ream, who scored a goal and kept a clean sheet. I was really afraid Wednesday night that Christensen wouldn't play, which would mean the captaincy would have went on Ream. McNeil got an assist with a corner. It's not the worst that can happen, and if these are the returns he's going to get, I'll take it. We move up in the standings from 31st in the world to 35th, so it's another green arrow for Clapped FC. As usual, let's have a look at some of the interesting scores in anti-FPL in game week 17. Up is Down had a bit of a shocker with 50 points, having Ream and Grealish returning, while also having their captain Rodri bring in a double-digit haul. Prosecco Football made 6 transfers this week and somehow still ended up with 63 points. That's largely due to some bad luck with all their bench players of Salah, Haaland and Kane coming on. Please Party Hard had 56 points with Højbjerg, Nketiah, Rodri, Sterling and Ream all returning. Oof. Megs and Negs here had an unlikely return from De Cordova Reed as well as Chris Wood, which have all been good anti-FPL assets this season. On the other side of the coin, Donor Cabano, who's currently first place in the league and has been really consistent throughout the year, got the tied lowest points of the game week with 18 points. There's some really nice picks here with Freuler, Doucouré and Pinnock to name a few. The other team with 18 points was super bad, with players like Fabinho and Gundogan blanking. I'm loving that the teams all look quite different. Anti-511 also had a solid week of 21 points despite getting a return from Sterling. I really like the Gallagher pick here, and they were also able to get away with the Perisic one-pointer. FPL Boozy also with 21 points, having players like Fernandes and Son who helped to occupy budget, all starting for them and blanking. Well played. For game week 18, the team is actually looking pretty solid, and I don't see any need for changes. We'll just hope for some goals against our backline. Richarlison on the bench was a risky pick as he's still injured until the 23rd of January, but I felt that it was worth it for the squad structure to have him. I think I'll leave captaincy on Christensen as I definitely see Newcastle scoring against Leeds this week, while I'll put the vice on Semedo against Man United. I was also considering putting it on McNeil, but captaining attackers is always a bit risky. It's good to have anti-FPL back in our lives. Let's see what crazy things happen in the second half of the season. Let's hope for some red cards as well this week. Thanks for watching and see you next time.